Hey, it's Pat here. Just wanted to pop in here and apologize for some of the audio issues that we had in this recording. A couple of minutes of Titus and Lindsay's audio was lost, and so we had to kind of sum up what happened in those lost few minutes. And so when you're talking about action in the past tense, that's why. So hope it's not too jarring, and you enjoy the rest of the episode.
Hello and welcome to episode 10 of Dark Future Dice, The Fast and the Furriest. My name is Titus, and I play the character Finn Diesel.
I'm Lindsay, and I play Lucky.
And I'm Pat, and I'm your GM. Thanks everyone for all your support over the last episode. It was nice to see everyone. Two episodes, I guess. So the last episode that we released, where we talked about the technical difficulties. Everyone was very nice about that, and very happy to see it all coming together. We also got some people reaching out to offer their support to help us fix the technical difficulties. So thank you for that as well.
We got it.
We got it all figured out. So let's just get right into it with a recap. So last time on Fast and the Furriest, you two had won the race. You had negotiated with Crystal to get your cut of the money for the winnings. And in that negotiation, you had spilled the beans about the truth behind Neon, aka Baz Norton, and the fact that he was being funded by the mob, and that didn't sit well with Crystal, who decided to ban Baz Norton, and also said that she was going to reveal to the mob that they were no longer allowed to participate in the 3 a.m. rush. You were able to persuade her to at least warn you before she called the mob, and she also gave you the option to buy in on your own and find the support of another gang for the next race. So you could continue racing, but you couldn't do it under the mob anymore. After that, you went back to the Warren, and you were in the middle of fixing up your car and waiting for Magnus, who you offered to fix their car, and got a radio from the partner of the cop that you had killed earlier saying that they know where you live and that they're coming for you. And so after telling Petra and Arctic, the Warren was packed up and moved to a location outside of Night City. When you finally met up with Lucky after her date, you two had a bit of an argument about your idea to go corporate and work for the corporation that had been offering you a job in exchange for favors. And so you two fought, Lucky and you split up. Lucky went to go to the Warren to talk to Petra, and you went to go see if you can get that job. You did a bit of a job interview and convinced them to not only hire you, but to hire your daughter, Bianca, as a netrunner. And because of a great persuasion roll, you were also given some resources to solve some of the business that hasn't been tied up yet with the mob and with the police. So you now have some corporate resources behind that, as well as a new cyber deck. At the end, over with Lucky, Petra had told her that their plan to go kidnap Flavio was now being fast-tracked, and the plan that they had came up with to avoid any major combat was to not kidnap Flavio at the location that you're supposed to meet up with them, but instead on the way. You were told to either call Finn to get him to help, or not. Calling Finn would make it easier and possibly have Flavio less suspicious, and to not call Finn would make it more difficult because they'd be more suspicious. Back with Finn, while fixing Magnus's car, you got a phone call from Flavio. You let it ring once, twice, 3 times, and then eventually it hung up. And that's where we are now. Let's start with you, Lucky. It's now the morning after the 3 a.m. rush. Mm-hmm. Petra has told you the plan, and they've given you some time to decide what you want to do.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead on alone on this one.
Okay.
That's worked so well for me in the past.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm going to give Flavio a call.
Okay. So, yeah, Petra and Arctic just give you their support. They say, okay, that works for us. Let's do this thing. And you call Flavio.
Yo, Flavio.
Lucky.
How's it going?
I could ask you the same thing. I'm trying to get a hold of Finn. No answers. Where the fuck is he?
Oh, Finn's just on the shithead. Don't worry.
That's one long shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's all carbs right now, so it's a long time. Yeah, so I called to let you know we got some winnings here.
Okay, well, I mean, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to see what the result of the last race was. You won.
Yeah, we fucking won.
All right, and why? So, hold on a sec. You have just your winnings or our winnings?
We got our winnings, but we gotta give you the first cut. Remember, Finn promised.
Okay, roll a conversation roll.
It's 14 altogether.
He sits there silent for a second, and he goes, "Is there any way I can talk to Finn?"
Nah, I'm telling you, he's not doing so hot. I could try to get him for you, but it's gonna be a tough one.
All right, well, tell him that he's got to be there during the drop.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
He'll be there, I promise.
And he starts to give you a location to do the drop at, which is just outside of the city limits. Actually, a little too close based off of what Petra told you.
Oh, close to the Warren?
Little too close to mob territory.
Oh.
But and a little too close to the city border. You can try and persuade him to change the location. Basically, where you're at right now is kind of far outside of the city limits. Your Warren is in a demolished building that you're currently staying in, and the plan was to get them on the way. So you need a good stretch of road to have an ambush with, right? Mm-hmm. And this is a good opportunity to just talk about what the plan actually was, because we didn't really get into that. And what it is to basically, as they're driving along, your cars would come up alongside and you'd literally grab them while driving.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so having a good stretch of road is kind of important. So where he wants to meet, there's like a bridge that leads out like over a chasm that separates the desert and the kind of outer city from the city limits.
And we want him further away
like,
from there?
Yeah, like he wants to meet like basically right by that bridge. Far enough away from the city to avoid heat, but close enough that they have like, it's not too out of their way, I guess.
I want to persuade him to go closer. I guess I'll just do that because I don't have like street names or anything. So
yeah, no, you can just say come have with this location.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's 22.
So give me some reason as to why you would want him to like give him some excuse. Like,
well, Finn needs to be closer to the washroom.
That makes no sense.
Okay. Okay, the bridge has been damaged recently and it's not safe to drive over it.
You managed to tell him, yeah, that the bridge is unsafe and you don't trust it, so you need to take a longer route around to that location that he wants to meet at. And he says, all right, fine, whatever, just be there, okay?
Yeah.
And make sure Finn is there too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go to Finn now. Bianca and Magnus are over by their cyber deck. Mm-hmm. You're kind of working on a car, and I guess you're staring at the phone in kind of maybe fear / like a paralyzed, like, I don't know what to fucking do right now.
I'm going to, we're in the corporate building, right?
Mm-hmm. You're in the garage, yeah.
I'm going to go to the cafeteria or whatever, I guess like a food stand. Mm-hmm. And pick up, I guess, the cyberpunk equivalent to like the grapefruit breakfast. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
For everybody.
Nice, healthy breakfast.
Yeah. Like way different from what I'm used to, you know? Just making the full change. And then I'm going to just kind of like swing by HR and poke my head in there.
Okay. A woman named Janice is running HR. And she says, hello, how can I help you?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, I guess.
That's great. That's great. I'm like the newest employee here.
Yeah, I haven't seen you around before.
Yeah. I was just wondering if you had like like a new employee booklet.
Hold on one moment. And then she goes and does a call real quick. And kind of looks down and then looks up at you as she's talking. You get the sense that she's trying to check up on like whether you actually are an employee.
Right. I'm going to take this opportunity to do like a perception check around the room.
Sure.
I'm specifically looking for like something that says life insurance.
Okay.
Ooh, that's kind of a half roll. Hold on. So 12?
Yeah. I mean, I think what you get from the room is like you get basic understanding of what this corporation does, but no like you weren't able to look close enough to see like here's a thing about insurance written on the wall or something. So what you see is the corporation is called Danger Girl, and it's on the outside at least. All their like marketing posters and stuff like that is basically all about being a detective agency. It's and they basically investigate other corporations and stuff like that, and other mysteries in general.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a real corporation
I'm gonna pretend
in Cyberpunk Red.
that, all along, and then this is a great fit for my daughter. Yeah. That I got her a job here.
I think honestly, like I could have made you roll a concentration roll, and maybe you would have known that already. Because I feel like you probably
way more Finn to just realize that like they've been asking me to join, and this is the time that I realize what they do.
You probably just were like, some corpo want me to.
I don't know.
Some corpos want me to fucking work there for them. I don't know who they are. So you see like investigation and like, do you need a corporate investigator or something like that? All these kinds of like marketing posters all over the walls.
Is there like just like a booklet like this is something I could bring to my daughter or just like leave in her vicinity? That would
for sure,
like their marketing stuff.
For sure, there's like I think like right on her desk there's some like pamphlets that
I'm
you
just
can
gonna
take away. And it's like what to expect from this corporation, what to expect from Danger Girl.
Okay, that's great. I'm gonna take all the pamphlets, like all the different ones, not just like
all the different
ones. All the same ones.
Okay, sure.
Just any pamphlet they have, I'm taking.
Okay.
And I guess while I'm waiting for Janice to like go through the call, I'm gonna read through them, specifically looking for life insurance policies.
Okay.
You probably look so sketchy right now.
So there's definitely one pamphlet that's like a basic pamphlet for like people who want to hire the services, and that just basically talks about like
what they offer,
what the different price ranges that they offer, the different levels of investigation, their kind of their kind of like policy for if the investigator is found out, like they deny everything and that kind of stuff. And they don't reveal their clients and stuff like that, right? Then there's another one for main employees mainly, or if you're thinking about it, if you're thinking about working for the corporation, and that it's pretty surface value what you get. Like it's mainly stuff like to make you want to work there, and it's like they offer like financial support, they offer
benefits,
adventure,
career.
Exciting career. Totally. It's like make your own hours, like that kind of stuff, basically. And so there isn't really
life
insurance in there. But after Janice is finally done on the phone, she's like, okay, here you go, and she gives you a temporary ID badge that doesn't have your picture on it yet. But she says, we'll have to take a picture for this later. But as long as you have this card and this form that you have to fill out, well, you should be fine.
Okay, well, I'll fill out the form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's also an envelope that has some papers. It's like, here's what you need to know about working for Danger Girl. And if you want to look at it, now. You can look at it now, or you can look at it later.
I'll look at it while I walk back to Magnus and Bianca.
Okay, so in there is like a basic understanding of the life insurance policies for employees that work at Danger Girl, and you did a good persuasion on that last one. So let's say that you got decent coverage.
Is there like better coverage I can opt in for?
Oh, definitely.
I'm looking for the one that they always advertise on TV where your benefit triples in the event of accidental death.
Accidental. I mean, I don't know if I call anything that you did accidental.
No, but I think getting murdered is covered by that.
Yeah.
So I think the way that it works is the levels of coverage goes up with the level of commitment. If you commit to like 5 years working for them, then you have like pretty good coverage. If you commit to 10 to 20, then you have like great coverage.
Okay. Well, I'm going to fill out that paperwork. I'm going to bring the grapefruit breakfast and leave it. I'll have my grapefruit, but I'll leave the other slices of grapefruit out there for Magnus and Bianca.
It's just slices of grapefruit.
I got to retcon something. You should have probably asked for Bianca's badge and everything too. Like, I guess she has a badge too, but I guess we can do that.
I can't just give it to her though.
No,
because I haven't told her that she works.
Okay, so that's that's the strategy.
It's kind of like
that's
on her, like get that stuff over.
Totally.
So the first step of my cunning plan is just to leave the grapefruit there, but then also leave the pamphlet. So you want to work for Danger Girl, just like very like visible on like next to the platter of grapefruits.
Okay.
And then I'm going to leave.
You're just gonna leave?
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go?
Okay, give me a second here.
I don't know. Well, sort of.
You have work to do.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're leaving, Magnus comes out to be like, where are you going? Bianca didn't see you leave, but Magnus did.
I'm just going. I'm just.
You can't mumble your way out of it.
I'm gonna sort of like eat some grapefruit while I'm talking, and just like when I'm key to like say, "Oh, I'm just gonna go," and then.
Okay. Magnus did a human perception and did pretty poorly. So they're just going to be like, you're weird, man, and I love it.
Great.
You're coming back, right?
Of course.
All right. I'm not big on hanging out here at this corpo headquarters, but if you're fixing my car, I'm down. Is their car all fixed?
Yeah. Have you fixed
Or have
any
you finished
cars?
fixing? Have you finished fixing it, or are you currently fixing it?
I'm currently fixing it.
Okay, so they go back inside. You didn't even have to roll persuasion because they rolled so poorly on their
Nice.
on their human perception. Okay, what do you want to do next?
Well, I'll fill out that form
Right.
and just leave it with Janice.
So are you filling out the form that says like?
I'm gonna fill out the whole life insurance form.
And you're going with what package are you going?
I'm going with the
20
biggest package.
20 years. Okay.
20 years.
20 years.
And my beneficiary is Bianca.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Then I'm gonna do some crazy stuff. I'm going to attempt a disguise.
What?
Then I'm gonna call Flavio.
What? Okay.
A disguised voice?
No.
Just to disguise your face or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have? Is
What's
that
your
still a
disguise?
skill?
I don't know if it is.
It
If it is, you don't have it. So yeah.
Yeah, neither of us have.
You got to roll pretty good on this one. So go ahead.
In order to make a disguise that would fool someone,
Yeah, basically.
for comedy purposes, it doesn't really matter.
No, of course. That does.
8.
Wow.
To, I guess it's my tech.
Yeah.
17.
That's
I mean, that's pretty good.
I understand that it's like very difficult to disguise me.
Yeah, so it is good for a shark man's disguise. basically,
You're still like, that's a Sharkman, but it may be a different Sharkman.
Yeah, somehow.
I think, yeah, you're able to, I guess, put on a different enough clothes, maybe a scarf or something.
Yeah.
Cover your face, and maybe a different kind of hat to get real low with the brim, and so maybe they don't fully get you. But if anyone comes up to you, they're gonna be like, Finn? Like,
Yeah. The other thing too is, can I just add to that I like draw on a pencil mustache?
Absolutely.
How do you grow
You can
hair?
definitely add in a penciled in mustache.
Okay, great.
That one's just for flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
For some reason, I'm picturing.
With you describing the scarf and the hat,
Yeah.
I'm really picturing like a stereotypical Frenchman disguise. for some
Really?
reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I was thinking the scarf is more like a head thing, like you're wearing a do-rag.
I was thinking, yeah, like the striped turtleneck and the scarf and the beret and
Yeah.
the little pencil mustache.
That's so you're dressed up kind of like a stereotype of a Frenchman. Is that what's happening?
That's what came into my head.
I zoned out
We
for
were
a
talking.
second, and I'm like, wait, what?
That wasn't what I intended.
Okay. Is that what it is, though? I guess I need to know now, so I can picture it.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Cool.
And I'll call Flavio because I don't know about the plan.
No.
No, you don't. Finn, finally.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry about that. I'm not even gonna try to lie.
So there's just an awkward silence for a bit, and he goes, "Well, I mean, I guess it's fine as long as you show up.
Yeah.
I mean, you."
Where are we going again?
There's an awkward pause again, like a long pause that Flavio leaves, and then he goes, "We're going in this location." He gives you this location. You're gonna give me my money.
Right. Okay. Yeah, of course. I'll be there.
Do a perception roll. I mean, a human perception roll on Flavio, I guess.
13.
What you get out of that conversation is that he's somewhat suspicious. You don't know whether he knows that something's up or not. All you know is that he's acting a little bizarre for Flavio. He's not really calling you an idiot. He's not really being a jerk. So it's somewhat off character for him. That's all you get.
The kind of way that he'd act before he killed me.
I mean, read into it however you will. So you hang up after that?
Yeah.
Okay. He gave you the time too, I guess. To be clear, you have like a location and a
Yeah.
time. It's somewhere in
Somewhere.
in like the middle of the desert. There's nothing, no landmark specific
No.
enough to tell you. Actually, let's just make one right now.
Yeah, we could call it the Devil's Cross. Or
Yeah, it's a crossways between two major highways.
Devil's Cross. Okay.
The Devil's Cross sounds cool, I guess. Yeah.
That's freaking amazing.
well, thanks.
Okay.
I just came up with that.
One more thing. I'm just flying by the seat of my Frenchman pants right now. Here
Sure.
it is. I'm going to pick up the walkie-talkie
Okay.
and I'm going to press down on that. I'm going to say, all right, you bastard. Meet me at the Frenchman's Cross at this time.
What?
The Devil's
The Devil's Cross.
Damn it. The Devil's Cross. The Devil's Cross. I'd say, you know what?
It sounds
Over and
really
out,
cool.
and then
Yeah.
I go back and look, correction, the Devil's Cross.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Okay, you don't get any response.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, Lucky, you see everyone in the warren kind of bustling and moving around, and a lot of them are putting on their armor. It's kind of like Mad Max style, like
Yeah, like
Like,
nomad leathers.
yeah, like kind of leathers and some like metal plates like that seem like screwed on to the leather and shoulder
Made out of
pads and
car
stuff like that.
parts.
They're passing out crossbows and like rifles, and Arctic comes up to you and says like, I know you got that crossbow, but here. and she hands you a handgun with like a leather strap wrapped around it.
All right, my first handgun.
Just in case you don't have two hands to use and some shit goes down.
Double wielding. All right.
I said if you don't have two hands to use, but sure. And she says, let's do this thing. You see everyone pile into these kind of pickup trucks that have like pretty substantial like dirt wheels on them, off-roading wheels on them. The bed, it has like a bar where you can like hang on to it.
Yeah.
There's 3 trucks. Each one of them has somebody in the back. What do you want? Do you want to be the driver or do you want to be in the back, or which would you
I'm
prefer?
usually comfortable behind the wheel.
Okay, so totally, you get into the driver's seat, and then you see Petra like is on the back of one, and she goes, "Let's roll out." What's the name? What's the name of it? It's Cottontails. Cottontails, roll out.
Okay.
So yeah, and you all peel out and head towards the location. Over with you, Finn. How do you proceed? Like, do you have someone?
Get a cab.
You get a cab.
Yeah.
Just do burrow.
You're getting a cab to the cross, to the Devil's Cross.
Unless there's some public transit that somehow.
Okay,
over
so
there.
you hop into the cab, and this
They only
cab
take you to the limits. I
This-
think. Probably.
this cab driver has kind of a very old school looking cybernetics. He's smoking a big cigar, and he kind of looks back at you and goes like, "Where to, sir?"
Well, first of all, I want to say, thank you for picking me up. Not a lot of people stop for me when I try to get a cab. I appreciate it.
He just looks a little closer at you and goes, and then he just kind of does one of these and goes like,
Yeah.
"No problem."
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the Devil's Cross, and I realize that might be like a little out of your way. Is it at all possible for me to offer you to hire your services for several hours? You can drive me out there and then drive me back once I'm done with my business. Like, what's that worth to you?
That's gonna cost you a pretty penny.
Yeah.
He says, how does 300 euro bucks sound?
That sounds pretty good.
All right.
Can we make one stop along the way?
Where to?
Like a place, it's basically like in the movies where someone has a duffel bag full of stuff they don't want to have on them, so they go to like an airport or something, and then they get like a locker there. Or maybe like a YMCA. Do you know a place like that?
I think you should roll local expert.
I'm like, he knows, so
Okay.
I'm gonna conversation him to.
Okay, do a conversation roll.
I'm gonna ask the cab driver. He's probably better at local expert than me. 9.
Okay.
So, with my, it's 21.
Okay, for sure. There's a like a train station over in the like Upper East Side
Along the way.
along the way,
Perfect. We'll do
and
that.
so he drops you off there. You go to put the locker in. You go to put the thing in the locker. Do a stealth roll.
Stealth.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be hide or something?
Is there something else that would be more appropriate? I don't know.
Depends what I'm trying to do. I'm not sure.
So basically, this is a big thing of money that you got, and you're a
Yeah, you
big
might wanna be
conspicuous
concealed.
shark man kind of guy.
Conceal then.
Yeah.
So you want to conceal.
Yeah. A 10.
Ooh.
So 22.
Wow.
So you go in there looking like you're a regular old commuter. I mean, this means nothing.
Everyone, yeah.
Means nothing
Just
to
a
you.
traveling shark Frenchman.
And you're pretty confident that no one's going to look in this locker.
I take out 1,000 too.
Okay.
Like I pocket that.
Okay.
So 300 for the cab, and then I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Can you do the math on that and just make sure that you keep
700.
track of how much
I got
money you're spending?
700 euro bucks, and I pay the guy in a half now and half later. So I give him 150.
Okay,
So
cool.
settle the deal, and then I'll give him the other 150 when he takes me back to the city.
All right. So you're on your way outside of the city now. You, Lucky, in your big pickup truck, you kind of crest over a hill. You two, you and the rest of the Cottontails aren't taking the roads. You're driving through the desert.
Yeah.
And so you kind of crest over a hill, and you see the road that Flavio is supposed to be taking. Do a perception.
12.
Okay. So it takes you a little bit, but eventually you see the gleam off of their cars. They're really quickly approaching kind of the convergence point that you would want to hit them at. You know, I guess, to give like some timeline here, it's going to take about like an extra 10, 20 minutes to get to Devil's Crossroad. You point it out. What do? Do you floor it?
Yeah.
So you floor it over there.
It's going to be a drive, isn't it?
Yeah, a driving roll would be a good thing to do here.
22.
You handle this thing. It's a little different from your normal
Yeah, it's not
car, but
it's not.
You're handling it pretty well as you go over bumps and and the rough terrain, and everyone else is following. I think that this is kind of a weird thing, but I feel just do a roll for me, Titus, as to whether or not your cab driver is going to take the same route as Flavio.
What kind of roll should I do? It's like a random roll, right?
It's just kind of a random roll.
So what do you think the chances are?
I think the chance, I'm going to say 50-50.
Okay.
I'd say there's probably two routes that he could take, and it's basically 50-50 at this point. So I guess if you roll above a 3, you're on the same route.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the same.
So you're on the same
100%,
route.
Yeah, I'm hardest on the same route.
So now you do a perception roll.
Oh. Okay. 17.
Looking through the back seat, you can see 3 cars basically in front of you. Each one looks a lot like a mob car. The black tinted windows, and they're about like 10 car lengths ahead of you still. So there's some distance, but you're approaching them. And out of the corner of your eye, you also see some glint of something, like maybe the shine off a windshield. You don't know. You didn't perceive well enough to see that they could be
3 mob cars, though. Is that unusual? I'm going to use my concentration.
Yeah,
To kind of
roll
remember
concentration.
whether that's unusual or because why would there be 3?
Right.
I fumbled.
Okay.
Can't concentrate.
Nah.
You're too
dash.
the sight of those mob cars and the fact that there's 3 is too stress-inducing for you to think logically right now.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, that's a lot, and then you just kind of get stressed. And I think with that bad of a roll, you have actually a bit of a flashback
Okay.
of your time with the mob, and you remember a moment of being just like told to go rough somebody up, and you're like, I'm a mechanic, I'm a racer, I'm not an enforcer. And you remember Flavio's dad, whose name is Anthony the Mouth Azarello, telling you, do it or you're out. You're stuck in that kind of flashback for a moment, thinking about that as you start to approach. You see the same thing now. You're close enough now that you see that there's 3 mob cars. Here's how it's going to go. I think you have walkie-talkies between the 3 cars. Like, you can hear orders, and you can also point things out and tell the rest of the group if you want. So I think as you see, all of you see these cars, Petra goes like, all right, surround them. This is what. So you're now in this kind of formation. You've got the 3 cars ahead of you, and they've spotted you. It's impossible to not, as they see the dust clouds of the cars coming up to them. And three men have like popped out of each car's window, and you start to see the 2 cars on either side of you go up beside these 2. Roll initiative.
And it's 12.
So you are first.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought that was a pretty low roll.
What'd you roll?
12.
Yeah, they rolled like 3s and 1s.
Oh, jeez.
Lucky, you're first. After that, it's the teal car on the Cottontail sign, then the blue car on the Cottontail sign, and then the mob cars go after that. I'm allowing this to happen. You can shoot from the driver's seat with your handgun. That's why I thought it made sense for you to have a handgun.
Okay. Took a shot. Since my initiative was first, then I took a shot at the green mob car back tire, and I critted it. So I got it right on the dot. My first try. No handgun skill.
No handgun skill. Manages to crit. Aiming at a tire.
That's a 10.
That's a crit.
Really? You hit. That's shocking. Yeah. I think whoever's in I think Arctic's in your passenger seat or in the back, and she goes like, "What the fuck, Lucky?" As you hit the tire, they swerved out, and Titus's cabbie saw the car swerve out and go behind that car. That car is out of commission for now. And Titus's cabbie, seeing that, said, "Holy shit!" Alerting you to something going on.
Yeah, but unfortunately, my perception was not good enough to really figure out what was going on. So I told the cabbie to hang back, and I'm going to pull out my binoculars and try to get a better look next round.
So yeah, the cabbie was able to, at the high speed, able to slow down a little bit and in a controlled way, and now there's some distance between the two of you. And after that, the mob cars went. The first one, Yellow took a shot at you, your car, Lucky, and did
2 points of HP damage, and my SP's down 1.
Right. First the teal car went after your turn, and did some damage to the yellow car. 3 damage to the yellow car. After that, the blue car went, shot the person hanging out of the front of the middle car, the red car, and did quite a bit of damage, about like 10 damage. Then the mob cars went, did some damage to your car. 2 damage, you said. The yellow one, I think, shot at the teal car and did 2 damage to them. After that, you did another roll.
I did another good roll. I put some luck into it, and I got a headshot on the guy hanging out of the red vehicle, and he's down.
The headshots do double damage still in red, and so with your roll of damage and combined with the previous shot that guy took, you see him kind of he's got his whole half of his body out of the car, right? And he kind of flubs down a little bit, and you see just like blood dripping from him. And he's limp, and he's not dead, but he's in a state of extreme shock and needs emergency help. So yeah, next round, I'm gonna give you again, since you're kind of out of combat, Titus. I'm gonna give you a turn in between all the combat until you enter combat. So before Lindsay goes again, you get a roll here, or an action here.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna use my shark peepers through the old binocs and try to figure out what's going on over there.
Okay.
Perception, I guess.
Yeah, roll perception.
The last time I got a 12. This time I got a 13.
Right, but the thing is,
you got the binocs.
Don't go easy on me.
But yeah, the binoculars I think would really help you to be able to tell what's going on. Like I can't.
Difficulty's way lessened.
Yeah, you got a 13. That's an everyday roll.
So I have an everyday understanding about what's happening.
Basically. So yeah, what you have an everyday understanding. You see that there's people shooting, and I think any normal person could see the bunny ear sticking
out. So it's between
back.
the Warren and the mob.
You at least know that the Warren or the Cottontails are in the trucks.
Just gonna say can't make heads or tails of this.
Heads or Cottontails of this.
Yeah.
Bunny tail.
Okay, so it's my turn, I guess.
It's your turn, yeah.
Maybe I'll get the blue car to take out yellow.
Okay, so you're gonna tell them to do
that? Just take out the car. You don't have to kill the people.
Are you going to let them know that you realize that Flavio's in the center car? Is that the idea?
Yeah. We're going to single Flavio out. Save him for last.
Okay. Petra's like, good spot, Lucky. Focus on yellow and surround red. Mm-hmm. You can still move. You can drive your car. And you can do...
I like my position where I am. I don't want to move.
Okay. Well, since you said that, Petra does say this. When we surround red, the car with Flavio, get out your crossbows and shoot the wires at the car to stabilize. We're gonna board.
Oh, okay. Yeah, shoot to board. Okay.
So you don't necessarily have to be the one to do that. It could be teal and blue, but that's the plan.
So they're shooting at the car and
the idea is
boarding.
That they use their crossbows as like basically an anchor.
Yeah.
So that they can board the car and the car is like can't drift away from them. Mm-hmm. What's your move? You can delay your turn if you want to wait after teal and yellow do their thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna delay my turn.
Those two cars, the green, your two Warren cars, green and blue, are going
teal.
to. Oh. Sorry, teal and blue are going to go up beside
red,
yellow. Oh. Well, they're gonna go beside red and then attack yellow. Mm-hmm. Teal misses their shot. So does blue.
Oh my god!
They both miss. They take their shots and miss. Maybe there's a bump in the road or something, and they weren't able to like line up the shot very good. It kind of pings off the armor and doesn't get through. You can go now, or you can.
Okay, I guess I'll try to shoot the guy in yellow.
Okay, take a shot.
I already used.
You know what?
Points of luck.
Your person in the back. You can tell the person in the back to take a shot too if you.
Yeah, take a shot at yellow, please. I can't do everything myself.
Okay. I think it's Arctic in the back.
Yeah.
Takes a shot, hits in the chest.
Yeah.
Ooh, 21 damage minus their -7. They're seriously wounded. So you can still take a shot if you want, because you just told the person to take a shot. So if you want, you can do something else, or you can move up, or you can ram, whatever you want to do.
I'll ram.
You're gonna ram the person in
the red.
In red, okay.
I don't know.
Do a driving roll.
That's 19.
Okay. Yeah, that's good though, because they rolled poorly.
Oh, okay.
So your ram, I think you're just trying to ram them to slow down, I guess, not to spin them out, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, now there's some distance between yellow and red, and so the person in yellow is going to have a harder time shooting at you two. The mob are going to take some shots. So they're going to take a shot at red is dead. So it's only one person.
There's only one person who could shoot, and they're pretty badly injured.
Yeah. Let's have him take a shot. He misses. Because of that distance that you got from him, he misses. Right, now it's your turn, Titus. So you know that at this point, you at least know that the cottontails are part of it. You don't have to do anything. You can just say keep a distance and see how this thing goes down.
Yeah, I'll just keep it on.
Okay. Okay, so it's your turn again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna delay my turn.
Okay. Arctic is gonna take a shot at the yellow guy again.
Okay.
It doesn't hit.
Yeah. Okay.
So she took a shot, didn't get anywhere. You're gonna delay your turn, and now teal and blue are gonna go. So teal's gonna take their shot with the crossbow and see if it works. It doesn't hit.
Whoa.
It bounces off. It bounces off. The blue is gonna take a shot. Also, no good.
What the fuck, guys?
But now one of them is gonna try and ram the yellow. Since they fucked up on that, they're gonna try and spin out the yellow car.
Okay.
Okay, it spins out.
Okay.
Yellow car is now behind the taxi again. It's now just Flavio. It's Flavio and you guys. Do you want to do anything now that they fucked up?
I can take out a tire. Maybe it'll help them.
Okay.
Shoot for the rear tire on red. Ugh, fumble. -6. To my ref, that's like a 2. I got a 2.
Okay, you shoot wildly and hit nothing.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So it's now the mob's turn, and there's no one shooting now, but this car is going to try and ram Teal off the road. Ooh, 9.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Teal spins out. Teal's out of it right now.
Okay, I drive up to where Teal was then in my next turn.
Yeah.
Whoever's next, I don't know.
Okay. It is you next.
Oh, it is. Okay, yeah,
So,
I drive up where Teal was.
Okay.
And I tell Arctic to shoot her crossbow this time.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fucking board myself. I don't care.
You're driving.
Yeah, that's true. Arctic will have to board, actually.
Okay, she hits.
Okay.
And so she takes her shot. It sticks into the passenger door. And she anchors it to the side of the truck. Next is Blue, and they're going to try and do the same. It hits as well.
Nice.
So Blue takes their shot, hits the other side of the door, and anchors it in. Now you're both. This is where you're at now. The car is going to try and, I guess, get out of it. So you have to do a roll.
Oh,
you're driving. You have to do a driving roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
21.
21. Okay, yeah. So they did a pretty good job of trying to like shake you guys loose, but you are a great driver, and the other people in the Warren are great drivers in general. So you managed to keep it straight. Okay, so now it's your action if you want to do anything. One thing I might suggest is maybe shooting the window or something. Try and get that broken, so that you can climb through there. Or
how do I shoot the window without killing the driver?
I guess the angle is important. We'll call it. You're not trying to hit the driver.
No.
So
okay. So
you're not trying
a regular.
You're trying. I would. Yeah. It's the back window that you're trying to hit too.
On the
also.
back. Oh, okay. Sure.
So if you manage,
8 is 12.
12.
That doesn't seem likely.
No.
It's a pistol, right?
It's a heavy pistol. Yeah.
Heavy pistol? No, you didn't get it.
Okay.
Okay. So moving on to Blue. The person's gonna try to do the same thing. Oh, they hit.
Okay.
And if they roll over the damage, okay, yeah, they break the window on their side. So that person in Blue is gonna try and get in there.
Yeah.
And board the car. This is an athletics roll for them.
Yeah, for sure. Oh no.
Oh god. This unnamed member
dies.
tries to jump onto the car and
becomes roadkill.
The cars go over a bump right at that time, and she bounces off the car and rolls onto the road.
Well, at least we're wearing leathers.
I'm gonna roll. To roll for the cab to see if he avoids her.
Yeah, hitting her.
Far back though, aren't we?
Yeah, it's not gonna be hard. Yeah, he manages to avoid
hitting her.
It's now back to the Flavio's car again. He's gonna try again to throw you guys off. So do another driving roll. Ooh, jeez.
Oh, yes.
What'd you get?
27.
Okay. Let's see how Blue does. Okay. Again, this is pretty close. I think you rolled really well. So I think you guys drop back a little bit. But you're still hanging on because of the wire. Basically, Arctic at this point is like, I'm gonna make a jump.
Oh, okay.
Get me as close as you can. Do a driving roll.
Okay.
See if you can get close up.
It's like 21.
Okay. That's pretty good. So you manage to get up again close to the car. So it makes it a little easier. Oh my god.
Oh, Pat.
Oh my god. Arctic makes the jump. Arctic makes the jump.
Are you kidding me?
Isn't able to hang on. What she was trying to do is jump from the back of your car onto the hood of the other car. Onto the roof of the other car and grab on, but she couldn't get a grip and she slips and falls onto the road.
No. Now what? I'm gonna try to take out the driver, I guess.
Okay.
That's all
Take
that's
a
left
shot.
to do. 10.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
No.
Okay. Blue's gonna go and take. Actually, Blue's gone.
Blue is gone.
It's just
the
cars
drivers.
Now. It's just the drivers now. So the driver can take a shot.
Yeah. This plan is gone
Falling
horribly wrong.
Falling apart.
Yeah, it was such a cool idea, but
I know.
We need to
so
rework.
6. That hits. That hits.
what? Hits who?
It's no, Blue's driver is now shooting with the handgun.
Okay.
At Flavio's driver. And with 14 hits the driver. The driver, they're at 20. 20 HP. It's now the mob's turn again. Trying to shake loose. That's all he's got.
That's all they got, yeah.
Ooh. What's your roll?
Mine was 18.
Okay. Well, with the help of Blue, you maintain control no problem because Blue did an amazing driving roll.
Okay.
And the
Thank you,
the
Blue.
mob did not at all.
Oh.
So you're still in control here. At this point, you two have to do some kind of maneuver, some kind of crazy shit to make this work. Because you have no one left to make a jump.
Is there anything where I could like try to slam them into something or?
Do a perception.
So 11 or 10? Sorry, 10.
10. You don't really see anything.
No.
Anything that you can use.
I don't even see Shark Fin hanging out behind
You
me.
weren't looking for him.
Okay.
If you want to look for him, you can take a roll.
No, I wouldn't know to look. I wouldn't assume they were there. So
We were looking ahead, so looking behind is different. Petra was in the back of one of the cars. Which means that both Petra and Arctic took a bad fall. So they're somewhere behind you. I didn't realize that. I said that earlier.
To look for them.
You can do that, yeah. You saw some rabbit people falling on the road.
yeah.
And yeah, so if you want to take a look for them, you can totally do that. Well, you decide. We'll move on to Titus while you think it over. Okay, so do a perception roll. Or are you going to tell the cab to stop after you see them roll?
I guess I'm more just like, is anyone coming for them? Or are they just like lying on the road now?
Yeah, so
Petra's the leader. And she's just on the road.
Okay, do a roll.
Of which
Perception?
kind? Okay.
You're trying to see if anyone's coming for them.
It's not my strong point.
again.
So at the very least, what you notice is the other car that was spun out. That the other Cottontail's car that was spun out is behind you and is now kind of driving slowly. So you don't know, but maybe they're picking up Petra and Arctic and trying to help out the people that didn't make the roll.
I'm gonna just like think, I guess, have a real good think
Concentrate.
about like what are the consequences for me of Flavio getting kidnapped by the Warren.
Okay, do concentration.
Oh, finally.
Oh,
Okay.
I got a 20.
20? Even with the 10? Did you? Okay.
I have a concentration of 9. I had a total of 11.
Okay, it's still really good. So yeah, you think on this. And what you find out in your brain is the consequences would be bad. Basically, you'd be out of the family. But I think combining this concentration with your suspicion of Flavio earlier is you're probably already marked for death when it comes to the
Yeah.
So what's the
Still coming
consequences?
back.
I mean, you're already about to be killed, so you'd be a permanent enemy of the mob, but you were already someone already wanted you dead, basically, in there. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where you're at, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say to the cab driver, maybe we can go check up on them rabbits that fell on the road.
Can you do a persuade on that?
Yeah, that's gonna be some extra Euro
Put my
bucks,
luck
I think.
into it.
Okay.
All 2 points.
Okay.
10.
Oh, nice. Oh, 17?
17
Plus-
plus 2 is 19,
19.
plus my persuasion 8. So
Wow.
27.
Yeah.
He goes, no problem.
No problem. Not a problem.
For you, Sharkman, anything.
He's really hurting for that 300 Euro bucks,
I'm
right?
a little bit hurt that my disguise isn't that good. Like, you can tell, yeah. No, I mean, that doesn't make sense. I
No,
thanked
it's
him for
obvious.
stopping,
Yeah.
stopping and picking me up.
Okay, so yeah, you guys stop. Let's go back now to Lucky.
Can we drive? Can we sandwich him?
For sure.
We'll sandwich him getting real close and maybe I'll threaten the driver
Okay.
to stop.
Sure.
Yeah. With my gun at his head.
Okay.
That's a driving roll and a persuade.
Yeah.
Driving roll 19. My persuade is 18. So yeah, my drive roll was 19 and my persuade was 18.
Okay.
Wait, persuade.
First things first.
First I
We'll
have-
hold off on
yeah.
the persuade.
Yeah.
Because first things first, you have
Just
to,
remember that roll.
the sandwich needs to happen.
Yeah.
And the sandwich didn't go well because
Oh shit.
while you're able to ram up close to the mob car, the blue car tried to ram, but then kind of bounced off of it a little bit, hit a little too hard maybe, and spun around to
God.
the back. But
This 18-year-old bunny person can't be the one holding this shit together.
they have a name. It is Jackie. Okay.
Hey, well,
I've given them a
Jackie,
name
get
now.
your head in the fucking game here.
I've given them a name just now. Okay, but now everyone do another driving roll because that's gonna have consequences. You're all attached
Damn
right now
it.
by a wire.
It's 23.
Okay. All right. So I think because your roll was way better than the mobs, at this point, you're like driving kind of parallel to them. And you're all kind of skidding slowly
Slowly to the side.
to the side.
Yeah.
So now I can let you do your persuasion roll. So what do?
I hold my pistol out of my window and I fucking yell at the driver, "Stop or I'm gonna fucking get you in the head."
That seems more like no, never mind.
Intimidate, maybe?
Is there an intimidation
Face
skill?
down.
I think it
called.
kind of
No, it
is.
might be. It's a face down because intimidate is not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
What's the rules for that? No.
It's your reputation plus your cool plus your roll.
Reputation? I don't have the reputation.
Yeah.
Neither do they. They're just a driver.
Yeah.
So you rolled like a 9.
Plus my cool. Yeah. Plus my cool, which is 7.
Yeah. And you. Yeah. And he loses.
Yeah.
He freaks out. And he goes like. You just see him slam the brakes. He doesn't know what else to do anymore.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Oh no.
That's the worst thing.
Yeah, that you could do.
You told him to stop the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like that. Like slowly.
It's gonna be terrible.
Everyone do a driving roll. Last one.
Last one. Are you sure of that?
We'll see, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay. 27. I mean, no.
All right.
25. Sorry.
You all come to a fairly controlled stop considering. Everyone rolled pretty good. So the car is now stopped. And Jackie, who introduced herself right as you were about to say,
On the
I'm
walkie.
gonna wreck on that, gets out of the car and she's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill him. And you get out of the car too, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, what do?
We can't kill him. We need information from him.
All right, you're right. It's not what Petra would want.
No.
She has her gun out though.
Right. Yeah.
And
of
she
course.
goes to point it at the driver.
Right. Yeah. Keep him in
And
check.
keep him in check. I'm going to say he's not going to do anything because he's still intimidated from you. But you can't really see through the tinted windows Flavio yet. And who knows what he's up to. So what is it that you do here?
I got my gun trained on him. I
Trained-
just pointed at the window.
Okay.
And I say, you better get the fuck out of here. You caused enough damage as it is.
You have no idea what you're fucking doing, Lucky. You hear it coming out of the back.
Out of the back?
Out of the back of the
Right,
car.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, oh, don't I? What am I missing here? You've got my people, and there's hell to pay.
Oh, you are so fucking stupid. And then he's going to take a shot at you right now.
But I can't see because
of-
it's tinted.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to hit you.
It's not great.
What's your SP? Do you have armor?
Oh, it's 11 on my body.
Okay. He does 5 damage to you.
Okay, so it's
And it takes away one
takes
point
one
of
SP?
SP away.
Okay.
So now, this is kind of a mini initiative, and I guess he got a surprise on you there.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, we're now in combat.
yeah, you do roll initiative.
Okay, 17 altogether then.
Okay. You go first, then it's Jackie, then it's Flav.
Okay, so I don't want to kill him. Gonna get my brass knuckles going.
You're just going to jump into the back and punch him in the
Yeah,
face.
and punch him right in the fucking between the eyes.
Okay. Go for it.
My brawling is
So you
fucking.
didn't want to kill him.
I can still blind him.
Ooh.
5 plus 12.
You definitely hit. What's your damage on that?
2d6. Shit.
That's it.
That's
You should
6
see my
damage.
punches.
6 damage?
Yeah, obviously yours are better. 6 damage.
So yeah,
Just
Straight to the
you
head.
did 2. Oh, I guess the armor doesn't count when it's hand to
is he
hand.
wearing a helmet?
He's not
he's
wearing
not
a helmet.
wearing a
He's fucking took it straight to the face.
So you take 6 damage, yeah. He's still okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Keep wailing on him.
next is Jackie, who is going to... she's pissed off. She's going to shoot... she's going to shoot his foot or his leg.
Are who the drivers?
No.
Flavio.
It would be more effective if she shot the driver.
You can tell her to do that if you want.
Yeah, shoot the driver's foot.
Like, it's kind of heat of the moment, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
can't do
I
it. You
Brass
can't.
knuckles.
Yeah.
in your back.
You can't do
really.
Okay, she misses. She doesn't hit his foot, but she shoots
wow.
right near him.
And that freaks him out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I meant to do that.
It's now Flavio's turn, and he's a bit freaked out. He's gonna try and get you're like right up in his face. He's gonna try and get his gun on you. So this is like a
Right.
grapple attempt. So this is like a contested.
It's still it's brawling.
It's
kind of,
brawling,
right?
kind of.
Yeah, so it's a contested brawling
Okay.
thing. What's your brawling?
It's 12.
12.
18.
It's the exact same.
We're still in the same position.
You're no movement whatsoever.
Okay.
It's your turn again.
I'm gonna I'm in the car now.
You're in the car. You're kind of
I'm like kinda
grappling him. You're
strat-
holding his
I'm like
gun.
straddling him, I feel like.
You're not necessarily holding his gun, but he's kind of got his arm up against.
Yeah.
Trying to get his gun towards you. You got your arm against his arm to stop it. What do you do next?
I fucking try to grab the gun from him.
Okay.
Disarm him.
Just kick him in the nuts.
I can't kick him in the nuts if I'm on his lap. I mean, I could, but like it would be really a lot of effort for not much payoff. So that's 4 plus my brawling, I guess. Again,
It's
16.
it's like taking a gun from a baby.
Oh, it is. Okay, well, I do that then.
Which, to be clear, don't give your babies guns.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so easy. He fumbles and
Oh, shit.
and the gun flies out
Flies out of the
his hand into your hand, I guess. Is that what you wanted to? You wanted to grab it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you got his gun as well. It's now Jackie's turn. And Jackie,
Why is Jackie doing anything? She should just be keeping the driver from trying to get away.
Jackie just takes a shot at the driver now
Okay. Sure.
and hits. The driver is down.
Okay.
So they're not a problem anymore. And now she's going to yell at Flavio, like, don't fucking move or you're next.
Yeah.
Flavio just kind of stops.
Yeah, we're out of combat.
It's out of combat. Yeah. He's given up. You got his gun. He's terrified now. So he goes, you have no idea. You are all fucking dead. So fucking
Why
dead.
are we so dead? How about you explain that? Huh, Flavio? How about you explain what the fuck you're doing with members of my family cheating a race that you put money on? What the fuck?
When my dad finds out.
I don't give a shit about your dad. Yeah. Shut up about your dad. I'm sick of hearing about your dad.
When I tell my daddy what you said to me.
What's daddy gonna do, Flavio?
Wish I was there to make
Jackie gets out some twist ties, some zip ties, and says, "Put your fucking hands behind your back,
right,
daddy's boy.
You got some shit to answer to."
She zip ties him. Okay, so I'll give you the option to do anything, Titus. I'll count this as your last perception roll. You'd see that the cars that were driving before are now headed back up. The Warren's cars, the Cottontail's cars that were driving behind you at first, slowly, and you thought maybe they were picking up the Petra and Arctic, the fallen people, are now driving forward again. So you can just again keep your distance, or you can drive up with them, or whatever you want to do.
Well, are they picking up how? Okay.
You can tell. If you want to use your binoculars and try and get a better look, see what happens.
I also just want to see how badly injured the rabbits are.
Do a good roll then.
I fumbled.
Fumble?
Yep.
Yeah, I fumbled.
As you're in the excitement, as you go to raise your binoculars to your eyes, you breathe really heavily on them and fog them up entirely.
And also kind of beat yourself in the eye a little bit with them.
Okay.
Done.
That's your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fumbled.
That's it. Okay.
I'm just looking through some foggy binoculars.
Yeah, basically. They zoom past your car and they drive up to you all, Lucky and Jackie and Flavio, and you see you can see Petra in the passenger seat of one and Arctic in the passenger seat of the other.
Does she need medical help?
She looks pretty banged up. They both do. They had their armor on as they fell, but it didn't absorb all the damage, so she's bleeding from her arms, and her head looks kind of like it's gotten some damage to it. And same with Arctic. They're basically in the same kind of condition. And Arctic says, "Good job, Lucky. Jackie. Get him in the back."
So we do that.
You throw him in the back of one of the cars, and then one of the drivers gets up and cuts the cables from the Flavio's car, and you start to zoom off. The cab driver is like, "You want us to turn around again, or?"
I don't know. Everything looks pretty foggy from
where I'm sitting.
Yeah,
to be fair, I guess you
can't up ahead.
You can't tell anything. To be fair, you can't tell whether they're okay or not.
I can't even tell which direction we're headed right now.
You're not a complete idiot. You know that something went down.
Yeah.
So I guess I understand you're role playing the failure, but you don't have to necessarily completely keep your distance. I guess if you're keeping your distance because you're like, I don't want to be a part of this, and that's totally cool. But if you're keeping your distance just purely because you didn't see everything, you at least know that the Warren was involved in something with the mob.
Yeah. But I think we have to turn around and head over there. And if we don't speed up, they're probably going to be gone by the time we get there.
Right. But when the guy asked, well, do you want me to turn around again, or?
Yeah. How do you feel about following these cars for an extra 200.
Oh my god.
For an extra 200? All right.
Okay.
He keeps his distance, though, as he follows them.
As you should.
Yeah, I'm counting your earlier persuasion, because that was a really good persuasion.
Yeah.
And you didn't really get much out of it, so. All right, so, he starts following. You're all heading back to the Warren.
I tell him, like, keep a way back, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't look like we're full, like, it's just desert, right? So
Yeah.
if I have my binoculars,
Exactly.
well,
It'd be
no.
pretty obvious.
Sorry, actually, that doesn't work.
You
You want to use these binoculars?
can still use your binoculars. They only fog up for a second if you want to use
No,
that.
but I mean, like, yeah, okay. We just hang way back.
Okay. So you're all driving now, right?
Mm.
And you're going to pass by the Devil's Cross where you were originally supposed to meet up.
Shit.
Yeah, so that cop is supposed to meet you there, remember?
Both of you do a perception roll.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out a scrap of paper, too, and quickly write something on it.
Okay.
Yeah. 17 plus 7. Like 34.
13.
You were going to write something on a piece of paper? Do you want to reveal that to us or wait?
Yeah. Well, I mean, with a 13, I don't think I know what's going on. So you
Okay.
can
Yeah.
describe what was happening, or I can just tell you what I wrote on it. Why don't my perception sucks so much? Maybe I was just concentrating too much on writing.
Writing, yeah.
Sure. You can tell. Why don't you tell us what you wrote first?
I'm just gonna say, like, sorry, something came up.
Something came up.
We'll
Are you fucking kidding me?
sort this out next time.
It's not gonna be that easy.
And I just kind of throw it out the window. As we
Wow.
pass the Devil's Cross.
Okay.
Okay.
Before you get to the so let's. You're still approaching the Devil's Cross, so not quite yet. Before that even happens, which I love the idea, but sorry. Before you do
That'll
that,
take care of it.
Lindsay, you spot with like crystal clear vision. You see a man in extremely heavy armor standing in the center of the road. He has a fairly large gun with him, a car parked beside him with two other guys hiding behind it. But he's standing right in the middle, not scared at all. Okay, so that will be it for that episode. Thank you so much for listening again. And if you want to support the podcast, you can go buy our game, order a pizza, and you can also wishlist our upcoming game, Raptor Boyfriend, a high school romance. It was actually named, or I was actually listed as one of the 21 games to pay attention to in 2021 by Polygon. So, maybe that will convince you to go check it out. So some characters were named after after people in our community. If you want a character named after you, just shout us out on Twitter or just be active in our Discord, and we can we'll name a character after you. Just like Tara, aka Heartbreak, was named after Heartbreak from Discord.
I want to thank all our patrons on Patreon. You can check out the different tiers over on our Patreon. Especially want to give a thanks to Kristen Fish and Zetz, who are the Patreon producers of this episode. And if you can't support us on Patreon, we know things are tight these days. You can also help us out by writing a review of the podcast on one of the podcatchers or Apple Podcasts or whatever they're calling it these days.
And you can, as Pat mentioned earlier, you can become part of our community on Twitter. We're at Rocket Adrift. Or you can join our public server, Discord server, Rocket Adrift /Dark Future Dice.
Thanks once again, Black Lives Matter and trans rights are human rights.
Thanks, everyone. See you next time.